Hi everyone, welcome to morning coffee break. I wasn't quite with it yesterday and everything. I hurt myself some, so I didn't cover the garden. I don't know how cold it got, but it's 33 right now. Hear the train. So I hadn't been out here to look at it. I probably should have covered it, but let's see if they were able to stand it that cold. Phew. That's our furnace running, I guess. Smells. A little cloudy today. Neat looking clouds over here though. Well, it looks like everything made it okay without covering it up. Sometimes I can't get it in the picture right like this, but there's the cabbage and cauliflower. Looks like the radishes are okay. They're just not growing that great. Not like they do in the summer. This is like I think the fourth crop of radishes. Well, that train's a little close today. All these guys are looking okay, I guess. Beets, turnips, and Russian kale look pretty good. Onions are hanging in there. They're not doing that great. We'll do things differently next year. I'm not going to grow any cucumbers because it took up too much space for my little space here. I'll tell you what, while that trains are going, everybody likes the train, so I'm going to set it up while the train's running, and I'm not going to say anything else for a bit. It must be further away now. So I'm going to get set up in here for story time. We'll see you in a minute. Hello, I'm back. And I'm doing pretty good today. It still hurts down there where they did my hernia surgery from what I did yesterday, pushing Logan around in that wheelchair. I know better now. I got to know my limits, and that was past my limit. So it's still hurting down there, but I'm okay. Could be worse. I just hope I didn't do anything to it. I imagine it would hurt even more if I had, or I would feel it, if it pushed through the... See, I don't have the plastic mesh for my hernia because I've got like I don't know if they called it a biologic. I think they called it like a biologic mesh. It slowly dissolves in a 6-month period. The only problem with that is if it doesn't do the job, I'll have to have it done again. But the reason that my surgeon wanted to do that one because the plastic one has a pretty high instance of infection. I'm anemic from my biologic meds for my Crohn's disease, the Entyvio, which y'all have probably seen commercials for Entyvio. Kitty's at my feet. And yeah, it makes you anemic. And so I can't have a flu shot. If I had a flu shot, I'd end up in the hospital with horrible flu. He didn't want to use the plastic one, which is much more effective. But if I was to get an infection, they'd have to go in and put the other one in anyway. So I wasn't willing to risk that, and he didn't want to either. He didn't think I should. I mean, an infection like that could possibly kill me, being anemic. So we did that, and I guess I would notice if it, had pushed through it or something like that. And I don't want to do that. But I did what had to be done at the time, and I should have been thinking about it and maybe waited a few minutes and tried to get some help, or waited till Joy came back and maybe both of us turn him. Sometimes you just make decisions in a snap of, and just, I made the wrong decision. So, but anyway, Logan's still asleep, but he messaged me and said if he didn't feel good, he might be really sore after all we had him through yesterday. He really hurt his knee coming in. He hurts it just the one step going into our garage to get in the car. He has to put all his weight, and he weighed 370 pounds. I mean, I don't mind telling you, and a lot of it that he gained 20 pounds, and they said it was fluid. So he had been losing actually before this happened, but he can't exercise now. Y'all can tell he's big anyway, when he does his things, but he's lost it before, and he was on his way to losing again, but he can't do much now. But he's not eating almost half. We make sure he eats 3 good meals that are healthy meals. Y'all have seen what I make for dinner. And I don't fry anything. We only just bake, or either use a crock pot or the stove. I might saute something, but I don't fry anything for any of us. And so, he said that if he didn't feel like doing it today, he would do it by Saturday. So I know, everybody will be patient with him, and he wants to really bad, but we'll see when he gets up. I'm not going to make him do anything if he's feeling rough. He wouldn't do a good job. He wouldn't have fun if he's feeling, and everybody knows that he loves to have fun. So I hope he's feeling better, but I'm afraid he's going to be really sore today. Got my coffee. So anyway, I've been talking about Logan and thinking about Logan. So I thought it was appropriate for today's story to tell you about when Logan was born. It was just a regular day for me. At that time, I was, driving the drink truck, and I was on my route, delivering. Luckily, I was in town, in our town, delivering that day. I think I might have gone over to one town over, but I was mainly I wasn't probably more than 20 miles away at any time from the warehouse. So I was at one of my stops. I remember which one it was and everything. And my supervisor pulled up and came up to me. He said, you need to go right now. I said, what do you mean? Do I need to go deliver somewhere, or somebody out or something? He says, no, I mean, your wife is having your baby, y'all's baby. I said, stop messing around, because we always messed around. All of us did. He wasn't much older than me. And if not, we were about the same age, I think. He said, no, man, I'm not messing around. Why would I come out here and, find you and everything? I said, you gotta be kidding me. I said, it's not time. He says, I know, but he said, they said her water broke, He said, listen, just jump in my vehicle, company vehicle. And he said, just go on in and go on to the hospital, And he said, I'll run your route. I'll finish your route. So I gave him all my money and everything. I trusted him, I gave him all my money and stuff, everything I had, my keys to the machines and different places, buildings and everything. He'd been with me lots of times before, so he knew the route. Plus, it was in town, and it was easy to know all those stops. So I get, I fly back in, park his car, get in my car, take off, and go. And actually, all my family was there and everything like that. And yeah, he was born at excuse me. He was born at 25 weeks, and I think he weighed like 1 pound, 8 ounces or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And he was like, I'm not great on these numbers, but Joy knows them better than me, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, and he was like 13 inches long, I think, or less. I could fit him pretty much. I got a picture somewhere holding him in my hand, and he's to about right there, so I don't even know if he was that long, It just unbelievable how little he was. And he died twice. He stopped breathing twice, and they couldn't get him back, and finally they got him back. And he's always been a fighter. I mean, he's like me in a way, I'm a fighter. I won't give up easily, anything. And he was in the hospital for 3 months. And then I think he had to weigh a certain amount before, they would let him go. So finally, after 3 months, we got to bring him home, and we had to have him on a heart monitor in case his heart stopped. And I think it might have been a breathing thing too. I'm not for sure. We had him like on a heart monitor, I think it was. And the problem with that was, if anybody knows anything about monitors and stuff, if he was to roll around some and get the connection messed up, that thing would go off, and we would just jump out of the bed, I mean, I would jump and running, because we had him not far from us. He probably wasn't less than 10 foot away from our room, and in his room, But yeah, we would go crazy, and then we'd be like, oh, thank goodness. And then we couldn't go back to sleep after all that, I mean, I couldn't. I don't know if Joy, I can't remember if she could or not, but I just stayed up half the time because I had to be at work so early anyway. I had to get up. At that time, I think I had to get up about 5 in the morning. So some mornings I hadn't really had any sleep at all. My floaters are bothering me today. Yeah, and so that's the story of when Logan was born. That was 5/5/85, May 5th, 1985. So he's been such a blessing to us. And then my daughter was born, Jackie, in 87. And 5 days after Jackie was born, I ended up in the hospital. And that's a whole nother story. And that's when I had my first operation where they took part of my colon out. Or my colon, I guess it was. My intestines, colon, same difference. But yeah, so I was only like, I think I was 26, maybe 20. Because that's when I was a district manager. So, yeah, that's that story. And sure changed our lives, you know. Logan had to go through some operations after that. He had to have his, you know how babies will have a soft spot up here? It's because what do they call the ventricles? Or not, that's because it leaves a space here on your skull. Well, when babies are born that early, sometimes that area, it just stays fused together. And then he got hydrocephalus. In other words, the fluid would go up into his brain, but then it wasn't going down right because the ventricles weren't formed enough. So what they had to do is put a shunt in him, and he's still got it in him. And it has a pump, and it would pump that. And you could actually manually pump it if you had to. You could push on it. We've not messed with it in years. We're not gonna, because it's not. I don't think he needs it anymore. But he would. They put that in. That was one surgery, and then he got infected. Had to have another one. He ended up having it done and revised as he grew older. He probably had that surgery at least 4 times, I would think. And then they also had to take and cut part of the bone in his skull because it was fused together. And that happens to a lot of preemies. So they had to take out like this much to get that, so he would have relief from the pressure, you know, and everything. And it would be like normal, you know. So, he has endured so much, y'all. And when he was little, you just wouldn't believe it. You just wouldn't believe it. There's much more, you know, and that happens, you know, with cerebral palsy and things. And he used to have seizures, epilepsy. And he would just have like drop attacks. He would just be standing there and all of a sudden he would just fall straight over and just hit like a ton of bricks. So he had to wear a helmet for a long time. Right? So we've all really grown from this, though, and it's kept us close to the Lord. And I just, we're just so glad for both of our children that they're both okay now, pretty much. And, he's got these health problems, but we're going to try to get him through all this. He's going to have to listen to his doctors. He doesn't like doing a lot of what they say, but who does, And my daughter, Jackie, has Crohn's disease also, and she has a high heart rate. She's on some medication, I believe, for it. So anyway, trying to think. I've got chicken out tonight, and I think what we're going to have, we haven't had it in a little while, so it's so good. I'll show you the one I fixed the other day. These sauces are really good, y'all. This is the one I fixed some pork chops with it the other day, and it's really for chicken, it says, but I used it in the crock pot for pork chops, and I had, carrots, baby carrots, and potatoes in there, and it turned out fantastic. This one is at Aldi, and I think it's $2.19. I think it's $2.19, and it's not bad. They also have one for like pot roast, and they got some kind of barbecue one, I think it's barbecue. I'm not for sure. They got 3 different kinds, and I know one is for some kind of pot roast, and one's the chicken, and then I think, like I said, I think the other's barbecue or something. This is the Campbell's oven sauce. This is what I think I'll fix tonight. Creamy garlic butter chicken. If you don't like garlic, you won't like this, because it has some great garlic taste, and we love garlic, and garlic's really good for you. So it's creamy garlic butter chicken. So I think somebody tried it and they said it was like what she said. I can't remember. It was like biting into a clove of garlic, but it's not quite that bad. It's got some garlic taste to it, but it's really good. It's not overpowered, the garlic, is it, Joy? I mean, no. It does taste like garlic, but not like really like biting into one. I think they were kind of kidding with me, but the ones that tried it. But we can't find it anywhere here but Food City for some reason. I'd even talked to them at Walmart. The woman that was ordering told her that they would sell a bunch of them if they had them, and she even looked it up on her little thingy and was like, no, we don't carry it here. I said, well, you need to get it here, because I said, Food City has got it over there, and everybody's going to go over there to get it. She said, well, I think I'm going to go over there and get some too. I said, just order some, and you'll have it right here. I thought they were supposed to look into things anyway when you ask about stuff at Walmart, things they don't have. It looks like it would be a no-brainer to have Campbell's, oven sauces right there beside your other stuff. So I don't understand it, but so yeah, I think I'm going to fix that tonight. That'll be real comfort food too. And I don't know if I'll have to fix anything else with it. If I got some more carrots, and we still got some potatoes, so it'll be really good. Well, I think that's going to be it for today, y'all. I want to congratulate our winner yesterday on the hashtag 2K giveaway. It's a deal, one. And your card is out there in the mail if the mailman even comes by. If he or she comes by and we have mail, they'll get it. If they don't have mail for us, they won't walk up our sidewalk. It wouldn't matter if you had a flag on it. It wouldn't matter if you had a neon sign on it, And we even get this thing that they show us what we're getting each day, like in an email. And sometimes they don't, if it's junk mail, they don't even come by with it. So if you wonder sometimes, I didn't get no mail today, it makes you wonder, did they even, bother? But, that way if something really important is coming, that you need to know about. And if it doesn't come, call your post office. So I don't know if your all's post office will offer that or not. Kitty, she's playing with the tomatoes over there. Good grief. Let's see. Kitty, what are you doing with that tomato? Huh? Why are you sitting on the coffee pot? Say, do I got her in it? Yes. Hey, you. She's a nut. She's nutty. Hope y'all enjoyed today's morning coffee break. Please press that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I welcome all new subscribers. Good to see you. And press that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. If Logan doesn't do his show tonight, I'm going to try to do a tablet time. providing everything doesn't go crazy again today for some reason. I don't think we have any appointments, so yeah, she's on the clock. She's knocked down a tomato and was over there playing with it. So I came in here and she had my coffee cup. I had set here when I went outside, and when I came back in, I have like a red placemat here on the table, and it was all the way to the edge, and my coffee cup was just teetering about to fall over, and she had knocked everything else off, my glasses, my pen, my note here about what I was going to do and everything. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll do something later on. You know me. Bye bye, everyone. God bless.